It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure, and I mean that, to be here with Kenny and Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Suns in Phoenix. For Phoenix, this game for them is a quality opportunity to grab a much-needed win on their home court, facing a team that's also going through some adversity. And the Suns have gone back to their up-tempo style, a lot of 7 seconds or less type of play last season. Is this a good look for them?
Well, it's part of franchise history. Started with Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, the Brazilian Blur. You know, it happened especially in their most successful era. You know, they've proven that when you play big games at the up-tempo style, you can win a lot of games like that.
And I'm older than you, Shaq, so it was even with Kevin Johnson. It was Oh, yeah, no question. Paul Westphal, back in those days, and the Van Arsdale brothers. I mean, there's been a history of playing in the Valley of the Sun, up-tempo, and they're doing it again this year.
Do you think I can toss to Kevin Harlan in 7 seconds or less?
You should be able
to. Well, count it down for me.
7, 6.
Now time to go
5,
to Kevin Harlan
4,
as they get ready
3, 2,
for the opening
1.
tip.
That's a great look at our location tonight, the home of the Suns here in downtown Phoenix. We are live in Phoenix, Arizona, as the Suns are about to go into this interconference contest. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Take a look at the 76ers. This is a critical time for them. They've got guys, a lot of away games coming up, and it's a stretch that's going to be a very, very difficult test.
Yeah, and they're coming in this game also looking for payback after dropping the last one. They play each other just twice this season, and they certainly do not want to be swept.
And you know how it is, Greg. You tend to remember the losses more than the wins. What might have gone differently when you've lost a game. You feel a lot better when you can answer back with a win, but you got to earn it.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Brett Brown last season received an extension on his contract as head coach of the 76ers. It's been an uphill battle through the first 3 seasons of his tenure in Philly, but Brown has faith. He said, "We have started something extremely difficult, but it's going to end up extremely special. I see great things. I see daylight." Kevin?
Thanks, David. He's paid his dues. He deserves to see it through.
And the Suns now are clearly in rebuild mode. I mean, they thought going into the year they'd be able to compete, but last season they had to blow things up, and then you had the injuries as well. So turmoil within this team has led them to look more to the future.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Joel Embiid out there with Saric. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Simmons. And it's McConnell in at the point.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And the rejection by Embiid. Feeds it to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons loves jamming it through, relentless in his attacking of the cup.
And with the Suns transitioning into a rebuilding team, they do have, they feel, some great young talent to build around.
And it starts with Devin Booker. He looks like he can be a star in this league. Have also done a good job of collecting first-round picks to help accelerate the rebuilding process.
Here's McConnell, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Pass to Simmons. Puts it up from 12. The shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And that did make things relatively easy for him. You know, it's nice to get a win and not have to work too hard for it.
Now here's Booker. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Houston. Clock at 6. The feed now to Warren. The Suns need to get a shot off. They get it back. Chandler dishes to Warren. Bledsoe outside. And Embiid with the block.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Redick with the bucket.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Suns have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Now, here's Warren. Not a lot of room. And it's Chandler top of the key. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the 76ers.
And the long-range game, a staple for them offensively. It's clear they embrace the value of that extra point, and spacing the floor, something they look to do every time they're on the court.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. McConnell passes to Saric. Back to McConnell. In the corner, Simmons with it. His 3-pointers off the mark. Suns trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. McConnell kicks to Simmons. Back to McConnell. Dishes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Here's the screen. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Warren's got his first basket.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
McConnell passes to Simmons. Shoots from the block. That one doesn't drop. And Phoenix the other way now. For 3, Bledsoe. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheets, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
And for a while, people weren't sure if Eric Bledsoe could be a true point guard for a team. I think the way he has played, though, Greg, the last year or two, has dispelled any of those concerns in that area.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe not a double-digit assist guy at any point, but you don't need him to be. He does so much else on the offensive end and still gives you good assist totals, and more importantly, creates scoring chances and rebounds well for his position.
Here's Saric after Eric Bledsoe's score. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Phoenix has gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Kicks to Warren. Back to Bledsoe. Clock at 6 to the inside. Here's Chandler. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The 76ers have gone 50% from the field to this point. 4 of 8. Redick. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Redick's got his second basket of the night. The Suns trailing. Here's Bledsoe. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Here is Bledsoe after the made shot from Joel Embiid. And Bledsoe, here we go.
When you watch Eric Bledsoe, I mean, sometimes it's mind-boggling to believe he's only 6'1". I mean, he plays several inches taller, and he's not afraid to take it at big guys. I mean, he's got that incredible wingspan, which obviously helps along with the athletic ability. But, you know, I think he's starting to show people that he can man the helm in terms of that point guard position. And the real question is going to be, can he stay healthy over the course of a season? Because the talent is unquestioned.
And he sinks the second. And thinking about Bledsoe, he's just such an explosive player for his height. Usually the dunks and the burst he provides is something, Greg, you'd expect a small forward to do.
Yeah, and there's a reason why he's known as mini LeBron. Pound for pound, might be one of the strongest players in the league. Incredibly hard to move when he's planted.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
The Sixers looking to assemble the best sports science and recovery program in the league. A new state-of-the-art practice facility. Guys, they made some big investments.
Yeah, and that's a level of oversight that we haven't seen in the past. Technology driving a lot of it, tracking players' water intake, teaching meditation and better sleep habits, all useful ways to enhance performance. They do try and keep the players invested, letting them choose their post-game regimen, whether massage, stretching, or the ice bath. Perhaps for me, the ice bath is nice, but massages would be my choice.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Now, here's Redick. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Embiid dishes to Redick. To the inside. A slam by Saric.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
The Suns have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Here's Bledsoe. He had 16 points in the win against Houston.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Well, I tell you what, so much excitement to see Joel Embiid finally on the hardwood, regarded as the likely #1 overall pick in the 2014 draft before he fractured a bone in his foot. He's finally getting a chance to show what he can do on the court.
And for Embiid, 2 separate surgeries on his foot, missing years of action. You hope he can find a way to stay healthy.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with you there, Kevin, but it's difficult when you're as big as he is. He's a 7-footer, and that puts a lot of pressure on the feet, and he's already seen a couple of issues where he's missed time. Reminds you a little bit of guys like Bill Walton, Yao Ming. Those guys had a tough time playing a long time because of foot problems, but if Embiid can stay healthy, I think he's got a chance to be truly special.
Okafor is checked in for Embiid. Here's Chris. He's covered by Anderson. Outside Knight. Inside Bender. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
Can't do much to combat Bender when he's that close inside. He's just too long and too good in the paint.
Bayless with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
He gets it in there.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And finished off by Anderson.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
Now, here's Price. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. A nice shot by Knight.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Here's Bayless. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Johnson kicks to Bayless. Here's Okafor. Chris with the rebound.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
The 76ers trail by 4. Bayless the pass to Stauskas. Johnson kicks to Bayless. Passes it to Okafor. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor. And now let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
They've been really pleased, Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Bender with the bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Here's Stauskas. After the basket by Dragan Bender. Here's Okafor. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now. 4th in steals. 4th in three-point field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And that ranking in the steals category, airtight perimeter defense, is one of the things that makes this team go. Their aggressiveness, for me, sets them apart.
He's off on the first.
And for much of his freshman season at Duke, Jahlil Okafor was considered a possible #1 overall pick for the 2015 draft. And in his rookie season, he averaged over 17 points per game. His interior offensive game was NBA ready from day one.
And for Okafor, we know he can score on the block. What areas, guys, you see where he can still improve?
Well, I think defense and rebounding are probably the 2 biggest areas. He's not extremely mobile or explosive, but with his size and strength, he's got to be a bigger presence on the glass, in my opinion.
That free throw missing.
Well, after the 5 consecutive seasons where the Sixers have won fewer games than the season before, they're finally poised to reverse that trend. A much-needed infusion of young talent, bringing the promise of better days ahead.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And the Sixers with a bevy of draft picks, the arrival of players who were stashed abroad or were recovering from injury. The new wave of young talent is there to see.
Well, this is the payoff for those 3 lean seasons, guys, and now it'll be a matter of seeing if this long-awaited influx of talent pays dividends.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Now, here's Price. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. No good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. We've got 1:18 left here in the first quarter. The dish to Okafor. Stauskas, the pass to Johnson. Over to the wing. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, historically, the Suns have always been a more offensive-minded franchise, but their lack of defense really came to harm them last season, Greg. Just couldn't get any stops.
Yeah, the Suns had a tough time challenging shots and preventing easy baskets. Most of their struggles as a team started on the defensive end, had one of the worst opponent field goal marks in the entire league.
Free throw good, Stauskas. And the new practice facility and basketball operations center at the Sixers starting this season, right across the Delaware River.
It's actually in a different state, strangely enough, Camden, New Jersey. It's the biggest practice facility in the NBA. And the Sixers building the team up on and off the court.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
The former Wolverine Stauskas, a pure shooter with deceptive athleticism and a high ceiling. This guy has a lot of room to continue to grow.
Now here's Knight. He has 5. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Bayless in the corner. He dishes it to Stauskas. Anderson outside. Up top, Bayless. Shoots from the elbow.
You know, Jared Bayless, like a lot of guys, has been a bit of a journeyman in his NBA career, but I think he's found a nice role that he can thrive in now. He provides good scoring off the bench at either guard spot, which makes him valuable, and he can even start for you in a pinch.
That free throw, no good.
And, you know, I think veteran leadership traits that Bayless exudes, really the reason he's so highly revered around the league. Somebody that this team looks to both on and off the court.
That one drops. He ties it up. Phoenix has gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Deflects the pass. For Phoenix, they have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line.
Really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Bayless. 24 seconds left here in the first quarter. He feeds it to Johnson. Back to Bayless. Shot clock at 6. And it comes off the front of the rim. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Suns lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And Eric Bledsoe, off the charts athleticism.
The main one is making the playoffs. You know, we fall short every year. And that was pretty much, for me, a big thing I kind of, held on to once the season was over. I put in a lot of work, and, it's paying off, right now.
Raw but ultra-talented when he entered the league, Bledsoe now seems ready to take on that full responsibility, guys.
Yeah, I mean, he played in the shadow of John Wall in college, Chris Paul with the Clippers, but now Bledsoe has a chance to cast his own shadow.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes, and early on they've been able to do that here in the first.
And guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Simmons is out there with Saric. Then it's Jared Bayless. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Okafor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
The 76ers have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Simmons.
And when you see Ben Simmons on paper, it might not be that impressive, but once you watch him move, you see what the hype is all about. Runs like a guard with a forward's body. Incredible quickness for a player his size makes him a nightmare matchup.
And Phoenix making a change here. Chandler's checked in, so he gets them both. And with Simmons and his frame, it shines in the open court. He can handle the ball and lead a break like few others can at that side.
Yeah, and what's great about Simmons in any situation is the control he has over his speed and body. Often you see physically gifted players like him take time to learn how to control both of those attributes. Simmons not only has an NBA-ready body, he has the dexterity and power over it to make incredible things happen on the floor.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, you look around the league and the post-up is giving way to more and more pick and rolls, more and more three-point shooting. Some big men don't like it, but Amir Johnson embraces the change. He said, "It's what I do. I'm a big that likes to set screens and roll." And Kevin, with his combination of range and finishing inside, has become one of the best at it in the game.
Very efficient, D.A., thanks. Here's Knight after Ben Simmons' bucket. Here's Dudley, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Dudley's got it all tied up now for Phoenix. The 76ers shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Okafor with the ball. Now defended by Warren, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That'll be his second foul of the game. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Brandon Knight. The 76ers also with a sub. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Jahlil Okafor. The Suns have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Warren dishes to Bledsoe. The 3 from Dudley. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Ben Simmons was so highly praised during his brief college career. Came in with lofty expectations, and his play on the court really nothing short of amazing. Still, his team faltered, and he didn't even get a chance to play in the tournament. And that's a rare thing for a top prospect like him.
That one is off. And with Simmons not getting to play in the tournament, it wasn't his fault by any means. He was pretty much carrying that team on his back.
Yeah, and that can be good and bad for him and his NBA prospects. Didn't get the chance to play in high-pressure games and prepare the mental fortitude. However, he knows what it is like to be the man on a team and what it takes to perform at a high level.
And the second free throw, good.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
Now, here's Warren. He had 10 points in the win against Houston.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
On the wing, Chandler. Guarded by Embiid. Here's Bledsoe. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Saric. And not sure what he was thinking there. Suns have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And we take a look here at the shot chart.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
The 76ers trailing. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. The pass to Simmons. Saric with the screen for Simmons. Now, here's Saric. He's covered by Warren. The shot misses. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Dudley's shot is good.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Now here's Chandler. 17 points for him last game against Houston.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Now here's Bledsoe. After J.J. Redick's miss, here's Warren. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And it's 6 points for T.J. Warren. The 76ers trail by 3. And Simmons kicks to McConnell. Pass to Saric. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
It's Redick on the wing, defended by Booker. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Now here's Dudley. 7 points in the game. And it's Chandler top of the key. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Number 1 is Joel Embiid.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Yep, and this past month, guys, he's been really unstoppable, scoring at will, gaining more and more confidence as he does so. It'll be hard to get him out of that zone at this point, playing with a lot of confidence.
Now Booker, after the missed 3 from Dario Saric. Warren. It's good on the putback.
Excellent work on the boards that time, guys. Allowed them to get multiple looks on the same possession.
Here's McConnell. He kicks it to Simmons. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got his 3rd rebound tonight, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Suns leading by 3.
And, you know, Sixers head coach Brett Brown, an assistant coach in San Antonio for over a decade, helping them win 4 NBA titles. Pretty drastic transition going from coaching one of the winningest teams in the league to one that's really, really struggled.
Here's Simmons. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And you talk about the Sixers struggles over the last 3 seasons. Brett Brown understood some of what he was getting into.
And, you know, guys, I think he understood what the landscape was. He has no regrets, but you look, he ranks among the lowest winning percentage among coaches with over 100 games coached in league history. But I think his focus was on the rebuilding process. He knew it was going to be hard, probably harder than he thought it would be, but I just hope that stigma of this losing doesn't unduly hurt his coaching career and that he actually is able to reap the benefits of a tough start to his coaching career.
And so Saric nails them both.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 9. Chandler is screen. And Chandler throws it down.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Now Bledsoe. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Phoenix has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Now here's Bledsoe. Back to Warren. They set the pick. Feeds it to Bledsoe. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And the Suns here with a different look. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Bender comes in for Warren. Chris, he's checked in for Jared Dudley. And it's Price in for Devin Booker. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Saric. Anderson comes in for Simmons. Nick Stauskas is checked in for J.J. Redick. And Jared Bayless subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now here's Bayless. To the middle, here's Johnson, and it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
It's tipped. Bledsoe outside. And the rejection by Embiid. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers trail by 4. And here is Bayless. Pass to Johnson. Stolen by Bender. Price kicks to Bledsoe.
That's how you attack.
Wow. Oh, man. my.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Bledsoe. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And it's Bender at the elbow. There's a screen. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 4 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Stauskas. Ahead. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Bayless. Bayless has got 4 points in the quarter. Phoenix has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Left side, Price. Bender with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston. And Dragan Bender out of Croatia looking to follow in the footsteps of Porzingis. as the next European big man to make an impact right out of the gates.
Yeah, and like Porzingis, I think he has a chance to be one of those guys that can spread the floor at the 5. A big man who can patrol the paint defensively and then stretch it on the offensive side of the floor.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Bayless. 5 points in the game. They set the screen. Clock at 6. Stauskas' shot is off.
Boy, the pick, and with that weak screen, I use that term loosely, did nothing to spring him open. It was ineffective.
And the call will be against Justin Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. Heights checked in for Phoenix. And the 76ers also making a change. Okafor's checked in. Knight in the corner. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Knight's got his 3rd bucket of the night. 76ers trailing. Stauskas kicks to Okafor. Johnson outside. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Stauskas kicks to Okafor. Bender with the rebound.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
And here are the Suns now. After the Sixers pick up 2. Here's the 3. Here's Chris. Stolen by Bayless. It's Anderson with the drive. Johnson lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
For 3, Price. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Okafor against Len. Okafor, the pass to Stauskas. And now the Suns, a fast break. To the right side. Now the feed to Price. To the inside. And Len gets it to go on the assist by Price. Price has got 3 assists in the game. The 76ers trail by 3. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pick by Okafor. Shot off the pick. Anderson can't get it to go. Now Knight. 7 points in the game. Len, a screen. The 3 ball. The shot that time not on target. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Suns ahead, leading by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Brandon, how would you say you're doing so far, and what do you need to do in the second half?
You know, we're moving the ball really well right now, and, you know, really finding an open man. So, you know, I got to congratulate my team in the first half just on, you know, moving the ball and really playing unselfish. And but the main thing is getting stops, and it's going to come down to getting stops to win this game.
We'll see if you guys are still together in the second half, Brandon. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Efficiency, You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, I love that they were forceful at their offensive end, and they got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. A strong attacking mindset. I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
It is just about time now for the third quarter to begin. After the final buzzer sounds, the three of us will still be sitting here talking to you.
Actually, it's 4 people.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You know, Eric Bledsoe has been exceptional here, guys.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Suns. Bledsoe teams up with Booker in the backcourt. T.J. Warren out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Chandler in at the 5. Down low. McConnell kicks to Simmons. Back to McConnell. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Bledsoe. To the wing right side. Pulls up. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
A shot by McConnell, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Suns have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Warren. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And you know, when you talk to other players on his team, Joel Embiid has one of those infectious personalities. I mean, he's fun-loving, always upbeat and positive, and doesn't mind a good joke or two. He and his team have needed that upbeat outlook at times this year.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. For 3, Bledsoe hits the three-point bomb. Bledsoe's got 16 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Drills it from outside. And you talk about Embiid's playful nature. There were some rumors that the Sixers weren't overjoyed with his dedication rehabbing from that foot injury.
Yeah, he showed some immaturity in regards to sticking with his diet and also following the doctor's orders for the rehab on his foot. What ended up happening was they sent him to a state-of-the-art sports rehab facility in the Middle East. I think in part for the culture that existed there. It was all high-level athletes working to get back into action.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The 76ers have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And so Saric nails them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
They swipe it. And now Reddick pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now here's Bledsoe. 16 points for him. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. Here's Reddick. An easy 2 points on the layup. Reddick's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Taken away. Fast break, Philadelphia. The pull-up. The shot by McConnell, no good. The Suns have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. And again, it's the Suns missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Warren dishes to Bledsoe. Chandler with a screen for Bledsoe. Kicks it to Dudley. And it comes off the front of the rim. Now the 76ers with it. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Dishes it to Booker. Off the screen. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Suns trail by 5. Chandler is screen. No good from Bledsoe.
Good sets, good offensive sets are built on solid screens, and that was an example of how you don't want to set a pick.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Here's Warren. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a breakdown here showing the distribution of shot locations.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
First free throw is good.
We've watched Warren play great basketball. He's got 10 points and 2 steals as well. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
And he can't hit the second. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-3 run right now. Now here's Simmons. He's got 13. Pass to Saric. 6 on the shot clock.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the Suns and how they rank in the NBA right now. 3rd in fast break points, 8th in free throw percentage. And they've made the most of the mistakes that they've been able to force. I mean, they're a top 10 team in points off turnovers.
And you look at it, they've been running that fast break to perfection. Great quickness and stamina, and the determination really to attack and look for easy buckets in transition.
And that one falls for Sarge.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And so Sarge nails them both. Suns trail by 6. To the middle, here's Chandler, and Chandler throws it down.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle of spreading it around.
76ers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. McConnell passes to Reddick. And Sarge kicks to McConnell. 76ers moving the ball around. It's tipped, stolen by Warren, and up the court come the Suns on the break. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
No good on that one. And just watching Devin Booker out there, he looks so complete as a shooting guard already. You can see why this team, this Phoenix team, is so excited about his prospects going forward.
Yeah, I mean, and Booker is just a complete package, and with a lot of room to grow his game. I mean, a great shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc, and he's shown that he can be creative in finding ways to put points on the board.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-6 run. McConnell kicks to Simmons. Back to McConnell. And Sarge has it in the corner. The pass to McConnell. Shot clock at 6. Here's Reddick. The shot, no good. Chandler with the defensive effort. Booker against Reddick for the tie. No good from Booker.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Stolen by Dudley. Fast break, here come the Suns. That's tipped. And here's Embiid. He's got 11. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Bender comes in for Warren. Chris, he's checked in for Jared Dudley. And it's Brandon Knight in for Eric Bledsoe. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Okafor is checked in for Embiid. Johnson comes in for Sarge. Anderson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Jared Bayless subbed in for T.J. McConnell. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And Dragan Bender, playing professionally in Europe from his mid-teens, never intimidated. He plays with a motor and an aggression that you love to see.
And Bender standing 7'1" with a 9'3" standing reach. He has the length to play center, but he still has to get stronger.
Well, you have to remember, he didn't turn 19 until just before the start of the season. He'll add muscle over time, but for right now, he has the mobility and skill to play forward.
The 76ers making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. Good on the second free throw. Suns trail by 5. Knight on the wing. Bayless covering. A nice shot by Knight.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Bayless with it. 5 points in the game. There's the dish to Okafor. Down low. Here's Johnson. And that one goes long. Phoenix has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Booker. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Offensive rebound, Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
Yeah, that aggressiveness of Okafor on the glass, a high percentage score when he gets a second chance opportunity.
Len a screen. Booker dishes to Len, and he makes good on the layup. Len's got 8.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Here's Stauskas. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And Dragan Bender gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. The Suns making a switch here. Price is checked in. He hits the second from the line. The Suns trailing. Okafor comes in with the double team. Bender with a wide open look. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Now here's Okafor. He has 7. Second shot opportunity for 3. Stauskas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Phoenix has gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Price kicks to Knight. For the lead. That one off the back iron and out.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the efforts.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
That free throw good from Anderson. Suns trail by 3. Here's Knight. 9 points in the game so far. He dishes it to Price. He feeds it to Bender. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Well, some very valuable players right here. Big men who can create turnovers for their teammates inside. These are the power forwards and centers with the most assists in the past month. 5th best, Jahlil Okafor.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Man, it's so much fun to watch a big guy handling and orchestrating things from the lane. I mean, it causes so many problems when you've got a guy who can score down there, who also has vision and an excellent basketball IQ.
At the line for your Suns, Dragan Bender. At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good.
And Bender is a big guy just oozing with potential. I mean, a big man who runs the floor well and uses his size effectively close to the rim.
So we can't get either to fall. The 76ers leading by 3. Anderson wide open. Kept alive. Stauskas, the pass to Okafor.
Oh, wow. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Stauskas. He's guarded by Knight. There's Bayless with the three. The kick out to Anderson. Second chance shot. And it goes down 2 points. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Here's Bayless, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Golden State, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course the Suns, they find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
Well, right now for the Suns, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. 1:58 left in the third quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Knight, back to Price. Looking to end the run. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Now, here is Knight. He's got 9. 1:22 left in the third quarter of the game. Stauskas kicks to Johnson. Okafor dishes to Johnson. Right at the free throw line. Stauskas' shot is off.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
No one near him. Bender, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Outside Knight. Inside. It's deflected and taken away by Johnson. Here's Stauskas. The second chance effort. Johnson, the pass to Stauskas. No good on the shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Tremendous commitment from Bender, absorbing the hit close to the bucket and earning a trip to the stripe.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's Bayless. He has 6. Pass to Johnson. Back to Bayless. 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. Knight. And no good trying to get that one. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 76ers lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Philadelphia leading by 5. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. They've got J.J. Redick. Sarge is out there with Jahlil Okafor. Then it's Simmons. And it's McConnell in at the 1 spot. Picked by Okafor. Redick dishes to Simmons. And it's Okafor missing.
Good sets, good offensive sets are built on solid screens, and that was an example of how you don't want to set a pick.
Philadelphia shooting here about 46% for the game. And Simmons kicks to Okafor. And the shot falls short this time. The Suns shooting about 42% so far. The 3 from Dudley. Suns keep it alive. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Booker with no one around hits the jumper in space. Booker's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Suns. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
When Simmons is driving inside, I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Here's Booker. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. 11 points for Devin Booker.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
McConnell kicks to Sarge. Feeds it to Simmons.
Look at me.
Redick up top. Jumper off the screen. And that one is off. And Phoenix will come the other way. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Pass to Knight. He kicks to Booker. Back to Knight. 6 to shoot. To tie it up. Again, the miss by Booker.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Okafor, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's just a grit and grind effort on the glass from Okafor. I mean, there's no other way to describe that. Throwing that big body of his around so that he can get the rebounds that he wants to get.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Brandon Knight. Free throw good, Okafor. And Okafor making headlines at times last season for the wrong reasons. Brawling with some hecklers, traffic violations. Guys, does that concern you if you're trying to build your team around him?
I don't think so. Clearly, it's something you want to be mindful of, but he's still young, still growing into being a professional player. We heard a lot of good things about his character in college. I think what you look at now is, has he learned and will he grow from some of these missteps? You don't want to see a pattern of that type of behavior, and I don't think you will. Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Simmons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got 9 points now in just the second half.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
Yep, it counts.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Warren kicks to Booker. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Booker's got 8 here in the quarter.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
McConnell passes to Sarge. There's the pick. The feed to Okafor. Redick with the 3. Rebound by the Suns. Chandler's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. It's good from long range. And it's now only a 1-point 76ers lead.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Now here's Simmons. And Saric has it in the corner. Chandler with the block. Here's Booker. And the layup falls. Booker's got 20 points.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
McConnell kicks to Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall. The Suns have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Bledsoe dishes to Dudley. Now, here's Warren. Defense right on him. And it's Chandler top of the key. Here's Bledsoe. A second chance effort. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Stolen by Bledsoe. Down low. Here's Booker. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. Now here's Dudley. Guarded closely. Back to Bledsoe. Shot clock at 6. Puts one up from 19. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop. The 76ers trail by 3. Here's Simmons. It's good. 22 points for him.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
Now here's Bledsoe. Kicks to Warren. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the paint. A slam by Saric. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Bledsoe. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Wants to get it to Booker and does. From deep. And it's Bledsoe. Time on the assist by Dudley. Dudley's got 4 assists now tonight.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Here's McConnell. Dishes to Redick. Saric passes to McConnell. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And it goes down 2 points. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Phoenix has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Now Bledsoe. Embiid comes with a double team. Chandler kicks to Bledsoe. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Bledsoe's got 12 points in just the second half.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Passes it to Simmons. In the air. Phoenix grabs the miss. Dudley's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Back to Bledsoe. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Here's McConnell. Now here's Simmons. 18 feet out. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Here's Bledsoe. And here is Dudley. Inside, outside for Bledsoe. They set the pick. Clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Warren. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Simmons. And the pass to McConnell. Here's the dish to Simmons. Basket counts. Simmons got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here is Bledsoe. Back to Booker. Shot from 12. Chandler kicks to Booker. Second shot opportunity. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. To tie it up, here's Simmons. Chandler with the steal. Bledsoe outside. At the elbow, Chandler. It's hauled in by Saric. Saric has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Tell you what, if you're pulling for Ben Simmons, it's great whenever he takes over a possession like that. Killer instinct for sure.
Bledsoe outside. He dishes it to Chandler. He feeds it to Doug. Booker left side. Over in the corner, Ward. Back to Booker. Pass to Chandler. Booker outside. And
and talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
The Suns leading. Here's Warren. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Saric.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there, fellas. This one's a barn burner, tight as me in an airport laboratory.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. From beyond the arc, but they'll get another chance. Simmons and Chandler sends it back. Shoots from the line. Not going to go that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. McConnell passes to Reddick. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
So Saric nails them both. Phoenix calls timeout. The score knotted at 106. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, thanks. Earl Watson talking to his team during the break. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Here's Dudley. Good!
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. They get it back. Goes back up. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Timeout called. The Suns. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Warren. Bledsoe outside. Shot from 12. Now the 76ers on the break to take the lead. Good!
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open threes.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 2. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
He's off from 3. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. Superb. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
He was outrageous. He shot a rare shooting percentage from the field, hitting from everywhere. It didn't matter where he was or who was guarding him. The defense tried to make adjustments, so what? Still knocked down shots.
It's amazing how often he was able to slash right through the defense and get to the rim for an easy deuce. Come on, man. They couldn't stop his penetration, Ernie. All those points he racked up from the paint made a big difference.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
yes. I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.